time to cold odor. When I never seen time to cold odor. Up in the plane, it's only 2 brains, Up in the plane, it's only 2 brains. Bitch, give me brains, she going too crazy. Bitch, she brains, she going too, Up in the plane, you know it's only 2 brains, Up in the block, leave a stain off your brain, yeah. They came over, setting fire to the plane, yeah. They came over, setting fire to the planes, yeah. Up in the plane, it's only 2 brains, yeah. Up in the block, leave a stain off your brain, yeah. They came over, setting fire to the planes, yeah. They came over, setting fire to the planes, yeah. Native energies and there's clothes, yeah. Paleo, been here for 1,000 idiots. I don't give a fuck, these niggas really leprechauns. You ain't got no lucky, you a Lucifer. Coming over on a motherfucking boat. Get on the back of the ship, slave rope. Niggas don't even understand, can't cope. A lot of U.S. history, time like gone. I can see the people mind really go, yeah. Lost in their line, what you think is right, really wrong, yeah. Ain't nobody finna hold your hand. Gotta learn how to grow up, be a man. And if you don't get it, then you lost in the sauce. I really be a boss, I paid the whole fucking cost. And the other price was a lot. I sacrificed a lot, I gave everything that I got. I sacrificed my body too. Up in the plane, you know it's only 2 brains, yeah. Up in the plane, you know it's only 2 brains. Up in the plane, you know it's only 2 brains, yeah. Up in the plane, you know it's only 2 brains. Bitch, give me brains, you going too crazy. Bitch, give me brains, you going too crazy. I'm doing magic, I be up in the plane. I'm doing magic, I be catching the plane. Catching the smoke, smoke all night. Up in the plane, yeah, it's only 2 brains. It's only 2 wings, yeah, I'm flying this thing. I'm flying bitches, yeah, I'm flying the glue king. Yeah, I'm flying them bitches, I'm flying the kicks on glue king. You know what I'm saying? Flyer than a bitch. Flyer them bitches, flyer the kicks on Luke Kane. Are y'all ready for some new noodles near chow mein? Kicking China, man. Take that shit back to Beijing. Good little, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's some other. That ain't me. Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me. Well, don't be trying to pop up in my live. Yeah, that's some unreleased shit. You know what I'm saying? It's only 2 brains. It's only 2 brains here. It's only 2 brains here. It's only 2 brains here. People that think, yeah, people that's thinking like, you know what I'm saying, on some Uriel Chakra, Western Hemisphere vibes, child of the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Really children of goddamn all possibilities. Actually know where you come from. Stars of water. You know what I'm saying? Coming from the mini. You know what I'm saying? Down to the fact they want to make mobile mini containers and shit. Like, stars of water, man. Like, sex is the joint of 2 energies. You know what I'm saying? Thoughts and feelings. 1 + 1 = 3. That's a surrounding. That's a cup. That's a container. That's a womb. That's a, you know what I'm saying? That's a body. That's a spaceship. When you in the womb and shit, your body's still, you know what I'm saying? Before the body develops, but the body's developing in that 9 months, right? When a female's pregnant, that's a spaceship. That motherfucker in a spaceship. Before the baby pops out, that motherfucker, you in a spaceship. You flying around creating your body. The fuck? Living like this right now. Doing shit like this. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? You just keep making bodies and shit. I don't know what people be on, bro. I don't know what people be on, bro. It's only two brains here. You either like know where you came from, like nigga, I done did this numerous times. That's why I got this. That's why I be wearing this. Like I done did this numerous times. Pick a lifetime. Birds, eagles and shit. You know what I'm saying? Eagles and shit. You know what I mean? Like come on, bro. So much disrespect going on every day. But shout out to everybody, man. Everybody doing what they everybody doing what it do. You know what I'm saying? I suppose and whatnot. Just a lot of, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Good old Dodge trucks. Yeah, what's that? The new, I've been seeing people driving around them new Ram trucks. Pardon me. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Cause my name's Dakota. It's not like I'm not like, you know, native to this land or anything. It's not like I'm like a new mixture of like a bunch of things that, you know, occurred a few hundred years ago. People's land getting invaded and stuff. I mean, we don't got to keep talking about that. I know that's kind of a sensitive discussion for a lot of folks in the world, especially when they're reaping the benefits of everything that was like claimed in the name of somebody else's hard work. Pretty much, you know what I'm saying? How you gonna come over to somebody else's land? They welcome you in and stuff. Y'all make a whole bunch of agreements and certain deals and shit, and then just leave that and then leave the Iroquois Confederacy. Well, they, yeah, I get it. You know what I mean? Natives didn't want to be a part of certain shit, so I guess that's why we're here today. They was like, well, we're gonna keep doing what we're the fuck. You know what I mean? Like they just like kind of bum rushed. Just came in and bum rushed everything. Like what? But yeah, that's DAH-KOH-TAH, what, 2026 Ram truck? Or 2025, excuse me. 2026. That's how you know my mind's already. This year's already done. This year's already done. I'm like, I'm already. Well, technically, you know, the new year ain't even started yet. You know what I'm saying? We're really just on some Gregorian calendar, them just calculating certain cycles and shit since they started and shit. But really, that shit's a whole lie, bro. They ain't even been in rulership for no 2,000 plus years or nothing. As far as over here and shit, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? As far as them over here and stuff, that shit only happened like 500-600 years ago at the most, right? If not 500 years ago, precisely. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe it started a little before that in the 1400s and shit, 1300s. You know what I'm saying? But predominantly, the main course of the meal was from like 1500, 1600s. 1600s was the real thick of it. Like that's the untold story. And you know what I mean? 1600s and stuff added up 1 and 6, the individual, and then the 6 what? That would be like well, okay, if you do the math, yeah, so 1 plus 1, 3, right? That's how you get the create. You get the, you know what I'm saying? Then you duplicate that again, so it's like in the 4th and the 5th dimension. That's 6. You know what I'm saying? So that was like the times where it was like it was the individual, the two. You know what I'm saying? Niggas were putting their individuality to like spiritual work. You know, it was like putting your spiritual faith and works into practice at that time. That shit was being tested for everybody, like natives and the white man and shit, and the Washihu and whatnot, like non-indigenous, you know, the invaders. They want to call themselves settlers and explorers. How you gonna call yourself a settler or an explorer when you had to murder people? Like you had to get rid of people and set planes on fire. And now y'all just mock it. They just mocking everything. That's why I got shadow ban. Look, shadow ban again. Y'all need to unshadow ban me, dude. What the unshadow ban me, YouTube? That's racism. Y'all gonna pay for that. You're already paying for it in like esoteric court. You can't block me from expressing myself just like everybody else. Just because I'm not in some type of algorithm that y'all want to push as a narrative for people to pay attention to said energy that y'all pushing, that y'all want people to like react and respond to, so y'all could do some psyop like lab experiments and seeing like y'all pretty much looking at people like animals, and that's not, first of all, that's already a strike. Can't look at people like a bunch of animals, like a part of some lab experiment. I've seen plenty of movies to kind of get where y'all mind be coming from. People that just be somewhere in these seats of authority or power that I get it's being allowed, you know what I mean? But it's really not allowed, you know what I mean? There's people not aware enough of certain shit that y'all ain't, you know what I'm saying? That y'all haven't like necessarily presented. And you're not necessarily supposed to, but then y'all, that's where y'all are getting blood on y'all hands, because y'all ain't supposed to be manipulating life like that. You know, you're not God. People are not God for real. Like nobody cares about your money. Like nobody cares about your money. What have you done? Like, do you have good morals? Do you have good like spiritual practices? Do you have, you know, like beliefs and shit? Like, what do you stand for? You know what I mean? A lot of people just like are cool with people being murdered. Like that's cool to you? That's pretty evil. You know what I mean? And guess what? The people that you're trying to get rid of didn't go nowhere. So what did you really do? You only hurt yourself, if anything. That's what I realized at certain points. You know, whether if I was ever in that energy of having to defend myself or go to defend my land or fight for my land, that's, you know, people fought. Okay, here we are today. Now what? We got to clean it up. We're still here as a collective. You know what I mean? You can't just like, they made a brand new 2025 Dodge Ram truck. Like, well, my computer's. You got Dodge. You got the Ram truck, the Dodge Dakota Ram truck. You got the state named Dakota. You got all the gas and oil involved. Like natives are not. I'm not getting none of that money, bro. I helped produce the atmosphere for any of y'all to even claim anything. That's even more disrespectful. Cause I'm like, you know, we're like the holy ones and stuff. We're like part of the holy ones and the OGs and the original spirits that were here for like a very long time. This transcends a human body. Like y'all don't understand. I'm not going nowhere. So I mean, you know, I guess I'm accepting the fact that I'm just gonna be hated on, regardless. You know what I mean? From these people wherever y'all at. I don't even know where y'all at. You know what I'm saying? That's how much y'all don't exist in my world each day. And shit like that. And everybody else, y'all don't exist. You know what I'm saying? There's people that be out here and barely exist. You know what I'm saying? Because once they pass in my peripherals, then they don't exist at that point. So y'all really don't exist. If y'all somewhere like where I never seen you before, and you think you somebody. You know what I mean? And that's what I'd be like, man, you might as well do it right now, bro. I'm right here. Y'all got satellites and GPS to follow me around every day and watch me and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool, man. I'm really not a bad guy. I'm really not a bad person. I ain't trying to like ruin y'all business and stuff. Just, just be fair. Like, just be fair. Break bread. You know what I'm saying? Break bread. That's what y'all do. You don't want nobody stealing y'all. If y'all came up with some cold new information technology and stuff, and here I go trying to crack it or be a scammer dude, you know what I mean? All type of shit out there. Y'all be mad. Computer programming and shit. You know what I mean? What if I started doing computer programming? Or I'm just using that example because there's people out there in the world that know how to. You know what I'm saying? There's people that do that. You know, they might just hack all your systems because y'all wasn't keeping up to date with shit. For real. They might, you know, somebody gonna be out here. They might just find a brand new way to hack everything. Then what? Now everybody might be. I think y'all want that. See, like y'all don't care. That's y'all problem. Y'all don't care. Not like at all. Like you gotta have at least a percentage level. You know what I mean? I'm not asking people to give like to care ever. Like you don't gotta care at all. But it would help. It would help your situation at least. So you don't just got such a dry heart. You don't want to die with a dry heart. You know what I mean? Like spirits out there, any spirits out there in the world,
You don't want to die with a dry heart. You don't. You gotta like let it go. I know shit hurts. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I think the right thing to do is just equalize the wrongdoings by like paying back the natives for like naming trucks about them and Pontiac, Chief Pontiac, and Thunderbirds and Firebirds and you know what I mean, Mustang and Porsches and dark Fatima horses, and, Uriel chakras and stuff being left out, just being left in the dark. They mad at me because I got a Jupiter in Sagittarius. I think that's why they mad at me. They mad at me because I got a Jupiter in Sag and then I'm a Gemini ascendant. So I know how to like talk good shit, and I actually can back it up because I lived it. I lived some shit. You know what I mean? I ain't just like been some la la land my whole life. Not that has anything to do with astrology, but I'm just making a point. Like a lot of people they ain't like expanded and maybe went to go not explore, not settle, maybe pass through or visit. You know what I mean? Maybe live there for some time being. Okay, see if you want to be there or not. You that you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but at least I did that in my own hemisphere. You know what I mean? I didn't go to like fucking India or fucking Europe. Yeah, I ain't. Yeah, my people in Europe they probably like love me, but then they probably hate me at some point. So I'm not going out to Europe, yeah, for sure. I'm already like, bro, I'm not built for Europe. I'm built for out here. I'm not built for Japan. I'm built for out here. I'm not built for Antarctica. No, built for here. You gotta, y'all, like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the mirror. I guess. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not hating on y'all in America or nothing. I'm not hating on y'all. Amerigo family and stuff. I'm not hating on y'all dudes. I'm not hating on y'all Masons. Y'all need to chill, man. We're not hating on y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? We just know it's mental. It's like mental. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, but you're not finna like put us in mental like y'all like overlords or nothing. You're not like y'all ain't that kind of powerful. You're not God. Like that's the whole point. That was the only that was the main conundrum. It was like the the concept of yeah, because I get it. They're coming from the perspective of well, God put these things here for us to use and shit like that, and it's our manifest destiny to use these things for the sake of our glorious world that we have to build. A whole bunch. Say shit. It's still a great spirit at the end of the day. It's still walking talking. Like you can't really get past walking talking. You can't get past a great spirit. You can't get past all possibilities. Nobody, just no thing. Like at the end of the day, that's the great spirits. Teamwork makes the dream work. There's spirits right now in the air, flowing through me and letting y'all know that. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm a proper vessel component that could at least relay the message without a bunch of filters and indoctrination. I'm still wrong. I got my shit. I ain't perfect. Nigga, I ain't goddamn like a straight just retarded demon. I'm not just straight retarded. A lot of people out here that just make, you know what I mean? They knew that they shouldn't have made a certain choice and they just still did it. You know what I mean? But everybody can change. I'm talking about myself. You know what I mean? Certain things I'm like, man, I'm fuck it. But is that really? You know, it's all synthetic, man. They got like y'all got some like they got some like synthetic, yeah, some synthetic shit going on. But age of I don't want to say no, it's Aquarius season, aka Otter season. So think about otters and stuff think about what otters do and stuff. You know what I mean? The build, it's time to build. It's time to build. We're thinking about, just kind of elaborating off of Capricorn season, right? So Capricorn season was like the mental, kind of more. It still was practical, it's still physical and things of that nature, but more, more putting things in colony, put things in a category. You know what I mean? Adding structure and organization elements. You know what I'm saying? And building upon new, it should be some new shit really, because cardinal earth initiative, Capricorn's got to initiate some new shit, right? Just that energy for everybody. It's like we had, and then Saturn being in Pisces. Saturn rules Capricorn, so like it was probably a lot of what we was as far as statuses and stuff, right? I remember the Capricorn went through statuses and changes, right? When Pluto was in Capricorn, so everybody's status changed and whatnot. You know what I mean? And then simultaneously Uranus was going through Taurus, right? You know what I mean? At that time, I was like really outside, like really outside. I know I was in Vegas, and then at some point I know I was in Hawaii. Man, I was everywhere, man. I was out here in Arizona. I've been to Miyama. I done been to Miyama. And I made that. Okay, I got corrected. Got corrected. Or Miami or Miyama. Been out there, which I did intuitive. That was an intuitive. I did that intuitively. You know what I mean? At the time, that was crazy. That was a crazy experience. Went out there in the ocean and stuff, the beach. Had a whole bunch of crazy experiences out there, bro. Crazy, bro. I met this Cuban chick. Just real quick, I met this Cuban chick at the time. She had a amputated. She like had a prosthetic leg, but she had a dog with her. And then she was talking to this other dude, this young dude or whatever, some dude, kind of like my age, 20 something or whatever. They were at McDonald's. I ran into them and I overheard them talking about some shit, politics, some shit about at McDonald's. But the way she was talking was real, like she was real confident in her speech. You know what I mean? That was like rare. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't necessarily. She might have been a little. I had to kind of maybe. I chimed in though, pretty much. I liked what she was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, that initiative led to a whole like just a beach day. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much just like I didn't even try to like get at her, dude. Like I didn't even really try to get at her like that. I just was like, all right, I'm just gonna chill with this bitch. I've always been like a cool person, bro. I've always been cool, dude. I'm not like trying to rape a bitch and shit. I'm not trying to grape females and stuff and make them feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? If a female wanted with her, you know what I'm saying? She gonna, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm still, I wasn't like not thinking about it, but I also wasn't just. It was like more of a spiritual thing. It was more like a spiritual kind of trip that was going on. It wasn't necessarily so much about like being in my physical natures and all my animal, like, you know what I'm saying, demonic nature. It was more about getting cleansing and kind of getting more back into my, or at least clearing, yeah, because it's the southeast out there, so it was at least like me just clearing out a lot of, you know what I'm saying, getting to the roots of a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying, sitting at the beach, man, all day, that'll help you slow the fuck down. You know what I mean? And then being in Hawaii and shit with staph infection, that'll slow you the fuck down for real. Like, you know what I mean? Go to Hawaii with like $300, lose all your stuff, because you know because you was being a dumbass, and I guess got caught kind of like got caught slipping or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or you just had a bad moment one night. You just you know what I mean? Nigga, try being quote unquote try being homeless. Hey, but guess what? I'm still here though. I'm still breathing. You know, you can lose all your shit and you realize like, you know what? I'm still breathing. I almost lost my leg. Yeah, man. Almost lost my body and stuff. Not even just my leg. I had like, man, I was fucked up. I could have really died. You know what I mean? I think I was on the brink of death. And if I didn't go to the hospital when I did, I would have for sure died at some point because that staph infection shit ain't cool. You know what I mean? That was a real serious. That shit was wicked. You know what I mean? That shit was wicked. Especially if it gets in your bloodstream and it gets to the bone. You don't want that shit to get to the bone. Anybody out there? It's called I forgot the name of it. It's called I guess I don't know, it's like some M word, but it pretty much is like it's like I guess a bacterial kind of fungus infection. All that I'm starting to be convinced. I'm trying to think like where did all this shit come from, bro? Out there, maybe it's just the mix. I don't know, dude. Like if you're not from there, maybe you know what I mean. It's just so much moisture and like so who knows like all the what's going on, bro. The Japan shit, all the radiation, like all the wars and stuff from the Pearl Harbor, like bruh, you know what I'm saying? Fuck the staph. That's what staph infection is. Probably some fallout shit from all the goddamn warfare that was going on. You know what I mean? Evil and dead spirits out there too. They probably killed native spirits out there too, and all kind of shit, man. This world is sick. Y'all just need to know, like y'all in the sick ass world that y'all and the people that are running it, these YouTube people, like y'all are even weirder, bro. The fact that y'all are willing to like create narratives and entertainment out of people's pretty much people's well-being, like being tested and ultimately like, some people's demise. If, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people just come to straight demise. So you got people that are in charge of your daily life and your daily well-being that don't even really want you to have that a daily life or a well-being. They just want you to be in their shit and take all the information and intellectual property of the natives that they. Yeah, man, I can't like. How you gonna not? I don't know, bro. I don't know how to like not go. Yeah, it's like I don't know how to not think about nothing else. Like, give me my fucking land back. Why are you trying to claim anything to begin with? Everybody could live here. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to come harm you. And all you YouTube executives and stuff, I'm never gonna pull up at YouTube or like how to whoever that I don't know if that was a Fed move or I don't know. That was like some wicked, who knows what that was. But you're never gonna see somebody like me give a fuck to want to go like pull up on the for example like that the Cashapp owner dude. That nigga got stabbed at like a star wherever he was at, right in a hotel or some lobby or something. He got killed. You're never gonna see like somebody like me do that. I don't give a fuck I don't give a fuck. If you're trying to harm my life, I'm gonna defend myself. That's for anybody. But in general, like I'm not gonna go out of my way. I don't even in those scenarios, I do my best to stay calm, and most people don't even really want to like escalate it that far. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going nowhere. I done tested this out, man. Y'all are not playing with me, man. You could drop 1,000 nukes and I'll still come back. Probably some monster creature body. So don't drop no nukes on people. Y'all don't want to do that. You'll create some whole other timeline. Yeah, that y'all don't want that. Y'all don't want that kind of timeline to clean up at some point. Y'all gonna have to pay for that. Don't drop no more goddamn nukes. You could drop the snoops. Drop your snoops. Like, yeah, be a man or something. When y'all gonna I guess they are being real men. They look at it like, nigga, we paved out all this. We did all this. Look what we did. And then we gave out all the smoke. What kind of smoke you want, boy? You want some weed? You want some tree? What kind of smoke you want, boy? You want some marijuana smoke? You want some smoked salmon? You want some salmon smoke, boy? What you want? That's how they look at the native. What you want? You want some salmon smoke? You want some bear smoke? We got all the smoke. We got grizzly smoke. We got smoked hot dogs. We got smoked Polish sausage. We got smoked albino alligators. You want smoked snake? We got snake. We'll smoke that up too. You want crack? We got crack. We got crack racks. We got methamphetamines. We got heroines. We got all the PCPs. We made all the LSDs. We got DMT. You want some DMT, boy? We got some DMT for you to smoke. We got DMT smoke. We got alien smoke. Send you to another galaxy smoke. Since you thought you was being a native, okay, we're gonna give you here's some DMT. Yeah, you trying to rock me to sleep. You want some shrooms. Yeah, you can't smoke. I mean, you could try and smoke shrooms. I wouldn't recommend that. I never did shrooms. I never did no heroin for sure. I never did no goddamn. Well, I might have sipped some codeine syrup or something. I might have smoked a codeine blunt. Yeah, some niggas might have smoked a codeine blunt or something. I don't even think that would like did anything. I feel like all the lean burned. I was just hitting a blunt. Like to me, I was just hitting a blunt. I didn't even like what? Codeine on a blunt. That's what niggas was doing, man. Niggas was putting codeine syrup on blunts, man. What? What? And then lighting them on fire, bro. Like it was gonna make it different. If anything, it was just like made your blunt all soggy and hard to smoke. It just, I don't know, it didn't do nothing for me. Maybe it did. Maybe that's why I am the way I am today. Maybe that's why I am the way I am today. Maybe it did do something. Nah, I don't think it did shit, dude. Like, I didn't drink alcohols, all kind of alcohol. Why is alcohol legal then, man? Probably because they was like, the native was like fighting certain wars and stuff at one point, like World War II and stuff. Good old Navajo. And then they used the Navajo code and stuff to like win the war and stuff. Like, y'all need to pay niggas for that, bruh. Otherwise, we would have been in Asia land right now. Or something. You know what I mean? It would have been a different scenario. You know what I mean? They was like all scared about Japan and China working together and shit. They were like, we need to invade. We need to invade. Or is that Vietnam? The Navajo shit would be. Even that too, bro. Like, natives was fighting, bro, battles for. That's kind of after the fact. We don't even need to. But man, come on, bro. The main shit is we already know. Unspeakable. They're like, man, what do we do with these guys? They're somewhere like, what do we do? They're like, I don't know. They're like, what do we do? I don't know. They just keep evil laughing. They're gonna implode at some point. And hopefully the hearts just implode and then we just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for y'all people out here to like stop being up under, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who knows? These niggas could have already died, bruh. The God Doc GOV niggas could have already died and shit. You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump's and who knows who they, no, there's handlers and stuff. Shout out to all y'all cats in the shadows, man. Wherever y'all at, man. Shout out to y'all, man. I'm not even mad at you, man. There's people out here that they can't even, they don't even think I'm Jesus. So, I mean, there you go. You got people that don't even believe in y'all own shit. You know, an actual person that comes and that kind of believes, you know what I'm saying? Not even that. Like, y'all practicing some shit that y'all really believe in the native, right? So here come the native being the actual Christ, the actual like individual and shit. You know, just like really, because I don't got nobody around me. Fuck, what is more Jesus than that? During a Venus and Pisces, you know what I'm saying? And then here come a bunch of like little Miwok Mexicans looking. I'm not trying to diss nobody, but you know, you got these ladies in the parking lot passing out little church, whatever they talk about. You know what I'm saying? And with their son, you know, a little son and stuff, a little like getting feminized boy which is unfortunate, you know what I mean, for them, but I guess not, because that's what they wanted, probably. Cause, you know, cause they probably feel, you know, I don't know, just power controls and stuff. Shout out to Mama though, you know, that's Mama's gonna make sure, you know, make sure everybody cool and stuff. But what am I trying to say for real? Like, told him like, look, I'm over here being at my look. What do you see when you see it? Well, first of all, what did I tell that one lady? She didn't. The one lady didn't even want to look at me. And she didn't even want to look at me. Who else is out here wearing a star necklace, dude? Like, who? Come on, dude. Shout out to the flights, you know. Shout out to Dolo the pilot, man. You know what I'm saying? I made my own. Like, I had to become my own star for real. I had to live my own life. I had to go travel on my own, bro. I have a whole gang of experiences, bro. I'm still here, man. I'm not going nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. People could say whatever they want about me, man. I didn't like tested I didn't tested my God. Yeah, I put my goddamn my spiritual shit in the actual works. For real, for real. I put my life on the line. That's for anybody. Like, you gotta put your life on the line. You gotta take your life seriously. A lot of people don't take their life seriously, so they rather play video games, which is fine. Yeah, that's cool. Shout out to everybody that plays video games. You know what I'm saying? I still got a Game Boy Advance. I might, you know what I mean? But I don't like you see where I'm at, nigga. I'm not just like in a cool little cocoon and shit. I had to get up out of that shit, bro. I done been like sitting in my mom's room or my own apartment. I had my own apartment at one point. I played video games in there for a brief moment. I was doing my creative shit, mostly music and cooking food, and sitting in the dark and shit, and I'd dance or like, you know what I mean? I wasn't like sitting around playing video games 24/7. Not too hardly ever in my life. You know, I was always active for the most part. I played basketball. I'd go to the park. I'd ride my bike to the park, or I'd go to the park. You know what I'm saying, on foot or fly there. I was never really walking nowhere. I was always flying and shit because I just, you know what I mean. I move because I really know how to move, and I just get there. And I'm long and shit, so don't even really take. It never took me long to move anywhere. If I wanted to walk cross country, I probably could do that. Like, I could really do that. And it'd take me some time, but I could really do that. Do I want to? That shit is brutal on my feet. I done tried it, you know what I mean? I done like been home. That's what I'm saying. Like being homeless and shit, bro. You start being more grateful for like basic stuff, like making sure your feet are clean. You know what I mean? Making sure you can like clean your body and stuff. Take care of your body. Not not have to walk all day. There's days where I just walked all day because I had nowhere to go. Maybe I sit down, you know, I briefly sit down here and there and shit. But mostly, nigga, or get on a bus, get a bus pass or something, or go into Starbucks or some shit, you know, maybe library here and there. But there was times where I just like move around, bro, because I didn't even want to sit down. I didn't even want to sit down and be around nobody. You know what I mean? I probably stinked and shit. You know, I was trying to be mindful. You know, I know. I just knew myself. Like, man, I'm not even trying to be around nobody, bro. I'm down right now. I feel bad about myself. I'm not gonna. I don't even want to be around people and make other people feel bad like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Just be like, you know what I mean? You see, I see that shit all the time, bro. I'm like, man, I'm not gonna be that guy that's just somewhere all like all mopey and shit. And I mean, I might have had my days and shit, you know what I mean? But I wasn't consistently just in this depressed state of, man, like what the fuck do I do? You know what I mean? Always at least trying to like educate myself or learn some shit or get a job, stay working, you know what I mean? So it wasn't like a whole bunch of downtime, but me just sitting around on my ass. And that built my body right now. Like, you know, just grew into my man self. I was already like a high schooler, you know, I was already like in shape and shit. I ain't really changed too much. I just got more into my body. You know what I mean? Got more into being like anchored into, oh, okay, this is me. You know what I mean? I'm not clear away a whole bunch of, oh, right, this is me right here. Like, fuck all that other shit. This is who I am. Once you do that, like once you get to that core of yourself, you're really unstoppable. Like, yeah, you really like you can do anything, and as long as you don't abuse your power, you're cool. You don't gotta really. I don't worry about shit. I don't worry about shit. I'm not trying to test life either. Like, I'm not trying to test life either. Like, I respect life. I'm not saying like I want to die and stuff. No, but I done tested that though. Like, shit, I wasn't scared to die either though. Like, shit, nigga, go ahead, do it. And a lot of people just like, you know, all right, whatever. You know what I mean? A lot of people just wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, but that's real shit, bro. I'm not even trying to like talk about shit, but it's Aquarius season. I got a 9th house, so I'm finna talk about my experiences. And I had eyewitnesses and shit too, so I always made sure to like, oh, there's always people around watching, bro. I always had like somebody that I kind of like, I don't know, I do some, my, I just listen to, I don't even really think too much about what I do, which at times got me into trouble. Now I'm being more methodical, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to align myself with the energies of the, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to go against the grain when, you know what I'm saying? If it's this time of the year, 80 to 90 degrees, why are you going to go to the beach with a New York puff jacket on? You know what I'm saying, son? You get what I'm saying, son? You know, why would you go to the beach, son, with a big old Philly fur coat, homie? Why, like, you don't, if it's 90, 100 degrees, son, is you gonna put you gonna put a blazer on, son? You get what I'm saying? You don't put a blazer on, son, at the beach, son. You ain't wearing a tuxedo to the beach, son. You get what I'm saying? Cut. Whatever, like blood. What do I call y'all? Yo, like homie cheese, brother, sister, like yeah, sister, sis. What you want me to call you? But yeah, fucking, you don't like what? You don't wear scuba gear to your, like, if your baby's being born in the hospital, you ain't like putting on scuba gear and then to wear to the hospital. They're not even gonna let you in there. They're not even gonna let you in there. They're gonna be like, dude, what? I'm trying to go. You're like, I'm trying to go back. I'm trying to jump back in. I'm trying to switch. I'm trying to trade with the baby. I'm trying to get in. That's what the dad's thinking. Like, man, I got the scuba gear on. I'm trying to get in that. It's fresh. I'm trying to see what that's like. Yeah, I'm trying to go. Nobody ever thought about that. Like, man, I'm trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? Fresh out the baby. I don't know if that's it. Is that even, would that hurt the female? That'd probably be bad. Yeah, you don't want to try to, I don't know, would she enjoy that? No, I'm not even thinking about it. Yeah. Shit, Mercury and Capricorn and shit too. Still, yeah, my mind's in my 8th house. Bossing up though. I'm bossing up though, for real. You see my mind, where my mind at, 8th house. Real 8th housey. Yeah, we're getting back to basics, man. Shout out to Future. Getting back to basics. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, if you heard that song, you know what I'm talking about. You know, get back to basics. Said some shit. Everything I did was premeditated. No, I do think, I probably think way too much before I do anything, to be honest. There's a lot of shit I act on, but now that I'm like older and shit, I kind of slowed my ass down and stuff. It's like they beards and stuff, you know, it's like one of them good old Amish beards. You know? One of them Amish, you know, one of them dudes with the Amish beards, it's like somewhere like this. Just one of them bucket hats on. You just somewhere like collecting good money. You just collecting residual generation. They probably got a whole different like index calculator. You know, they don't even count money. They're probably counting like, all right, we got like the movie Time or something like, nigga, we got fucking 100 billion years right now. Like they're stupid. You know what I'm saying? They got like stupid years of time because people are retarded. They're like, yeah, we up 100 million years right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we up 100 years. They probably got like 100 years on us, dude. As far as like they weird meth lab minds. They got meth minds. Shout out to all y'all, man. I ain't trying to piss y'all off. Just know there's a lot of dead Indians on this ground. Just know there's a lot of dead spirits in the air still floating around. Cause they ain't been able to move on and stuff. And just know there's still new spirits coming here too. That probably gonna be pissed off. Cause they gonna be born into this shit. Just know that. Just know that. Like any new kids, oh yeah, just know they gonna be pissed off. They gonna be some badass little niggas, bro. I already see it. They already tiny and shit. They don't even like, they're weak, so they ain't gonna be fighting each other, but they gonna be all like intellectually pissed off. Or just super depressed, or you name it. You know what I mean? Are you here, bro? You hear what's going on, bro? You see what's going on out here? Yeah, you see what's going on out here? Yeah, you see what's going on here? A whole lot of people dying and shit. Most likely, yeah, a whole lot of people dying and shit. You know what I'm saying? Nothing new. Nothing new and stuff. I don't know why they make that like that's like, yeah, they're not saving nobody. I don't understand. Like, if anything, you should like take care of people and stuff. You know what I mean? You should like take care of people and stuff. Make sure they transition properly instead of be out here in some states of confusion. You know what I mean? That's what like a real adult spirit would do. A real parent would make sure their child is like mentally sufficient, so that child could take care of themselves and at least be, you know what I'm saying, deal with things accordingly amongst themselves, because they're like, oh, okay, right, I'm not just here by it was a more well oiled, it was a real oiled efficient thing going on, and a whole bunch of just like get down or lay down. You know what I mean? Yeah, here come them with the just bulldozers. And it came through with bulldozers and stuff. Just leveling shit. Just leveling shit. Just grandmaster levelers. On top of something, bro. It's just really astounding. You know what I mean? And then when you go in there, and they got the names of the vehicles and football teams and movies, and like, you know, life is pretty much whatever previous life that was over. It's completely done. It's over. It's over. Like, it's done. You know, it's over. It's only two brains. We can see what kind of brain y'all creating. So you think people are gonna just keep tolerating this shit? At some point, people ain't gonna keep tolerating this shit, or maybe they will. But how long? How long do you think? How long y'all think they're gonna keep tolerating this shit before they just completely disregard y'all God and all your laws, and it might just be new order, new laws. Might, you know what I'm saying? It might be new people that create some type of new fucking street rulership. Like you know what I mean? Y'all remember the Batman movie and stuff? The streets took over, and then people started politicking in the streets. And it kind of already is like that, you know what I'm saying, with gangs and shit. So families and stuff, they call them gangs, but it's really just families born into certain, you know, areas and shit, and dealing with all the ties and it's a whole bunch of shit that goes with that, you know what I mean, based upon where you come from. So like for me, I was born in California, right? I'm in Northern California. I was doing some researching the other day, like San Francisco. A lot of the, pretty much a lot of whatever was all right, because it all stems from the native shit. You know what I mean? All the Indian wars and everything. But a lot, I'm sure a lot of Trail of Tears and things of that nature. I'm sure a lot of natives got moved more west, right? Because and then if there was already natives, I don't know how if there was a large population of natives already on the west coast and whatnot, but there was a population, right? And then who's to say what happened on that end as far as like the Spaniards or maybe certain Russians coming from Russia over there and like landing in Central America and then like you know what I'm saying, the South and whatnot. So it's like it's a whole bunch of, but by the time San Francisco came to be or California, what I'm trying to get to is a lot of it was heavily Catholicized. You know what I'm saying? Francisco is it's like a religious term. You know what I mean? These are certain like pretty much like Jesuits. They're pretty much like they were like Jesuits. You know what I'm saying? Where they come and so they pretty much chased the natives out west, right? And then as soon as wherever the natives got kind of established again, like what the fuck? You just gonna keep moving niggas and then removing niggas? And then where do y'all want niggas to go? The fuck? Y'all niggas don't make sense. Everybody paying ridiculous amounts for rent and shit, food going up, like all kind of shit. People are trying to survive off a little fucking little Caesars pizza and shit. That's not fucking nutrition at all. Like, you know what I mean? It's like that might as well just be cardboard and plastic cheese and butchered whatever meat y'all are calling pepperoni and shit on a little Caesars pizza, right? Because it ain't no like the packaged salami in the goddamn store. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta like people don't know how to like people are like fucked up in the head for real on a severe level, and it's only getting worse. You know what I mean? Especially when you're not paying the natives back for calling like Dodge Dakota. You ain't like you can give me no kind of bread or nothing. I don't got my own like Dodge Dakota truck business for like at least my own car lot where I could like maybe flip Dodge Dakotas for y'all and get a cut. Like, can I at least get a cut for flipping the? You know what I'm saying? People come to me, and they get Dodge Dakota trucks, and then they have the I don't know, or how about y'all just give niggas like a check, bro, for all that money y'all made off the trucks that nobody could really afford now, because y'all want to charge niggas 30 grand, 50 grand for a truck, dude, and have a nigga go on truck payments or nigga on payments and shit. Like what? And a lot of people just do the payments because they get a credit card and right, and they're like, fuck it. You know what I mean? They don't give a fuck. They gonna do just whatever, dude. Even if they gotta like be in debt and shit. Then a lot of people just get a truck, get a house and shit, be in debt. You know what I mean? Why not? That's the thing to do, right? You might as well be dead. You might as well be in debt. You ain't got no life to live. You're done. You ain't got no time. All your time's going to that debt that somebody else convinced you that you owe them just for you being alive, and all the little material kind of the material things that they made off of dead Indians. They don't really gonna run that. And right, and everything slowed up because y'all like they disrupted the natural order of life, trying to play God. They literally fucked up the natural order of like they got rid of God here in the world. There was an order of God here in the world. The Great Spirit walking Tonka, you know what I'm saying? Down here with Mama on the land and shit. You know, that was the father and the madam. And there was a even day, even night thing going on. Very balanced. You know what I'm saying? People were like, it was very good checks and balances and shit. Now they got the synthetic shit, trying to call it synthetic checks and balances, and then they'll give you a RICO when you like get to a certain status. They feel like they could like charge you more money now and tax you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're like you got more horses, or you know what I mean? You got more horses now. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, don't be out here trying to sell. Don't get into no like moving females around. They'll get you for a human traffic charge. Even if you're like, even if that's like maybe your cousin or your relative, or maybe you're just a friend, or something. Maybe you want to go out, go on a date, and you can't even go on a date now because you might get human trafficking charge or some weird shit. You know what I mean? A sexual harassment charge. Go on a date, you know what I mean? Bitch say like you touched her the wrong way, bro, on a date or something under the table. She could make that shit up. Nobody's seen it under the table. Now you got an R. Kelly case 20 years later. Yeah, he touched me under the table 20 years ago. Bitch, why ain't you say it? How come you didn't say it then? Even when I was broke. You know what I mean? Like, how come you didn't say it then when I was like not $20 million richer or something? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just weird, man. And why are these people getting away with this kind of shit to begin with? And then everybody else gets thrown in jail. Like, y'all need to think, dude. People ain't gonna think, man. I already know, bro. There's like a lot of people not gonna watch this. It's already a lot of. I'm already getting shadow banned. I might have to go create another YouTube channel. I don't even think so, dude. Why would I want to do that though? I shouldn't even have to do that. That's like everywhere I go, they trying to make you move and shit. And I done complied just enough, just so I don't like have to deal with the painstaking, inevitable, I guess, scenario where like they just want to take my shit that I worked for to obtain, right? But it's ultimately like they convince you, like, to make you like you're just borrowing the car, you're just borrowing the house. You know what I mean? When everybody had things to begin with, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what you want to get shot today? You want to get shot on camera? You want to get shot on camera? You want to get shot on camera? Huh? You want to get shot on camera? You want to get shot up? Yeah, they getting shot. Yeah, what the fuck? Get your fucking weird washy who ass out of my. Why'd y'all even pull up? For some tent niggas? Y'all niggas ain't doing shit, dude. I'm tired of people, bro. I'm tired of y'all, bro. Like, look at this. Yeah, more native hobbyism, bro. More native hobbyism on the eagle. Yeah, on the eagle. I got the eagle knife right here to go with it, bro. I want my goddamn, like, I should be getting paid a fraction for y'all having that on the bus and moving people around. Having a bus coming. Now mind you, shout out to you know what I mean? The buses are free out here right now. Shout out to Arizona stuff, free buses. But okay, where's that funding then going? You know what I mean? Where's that funding going that normally would have been going towards like fund, like, I know y'all, okay, they funding the gas. It just don't make sense to me, dude. I get that y'all trying to regulate shit, but it just don't make sense because I know all y'all, whoever the highest person up is, they just doing everything for free. They the ones directing niggas like, here's a few $100 million, go build this tower or something. Here, go do here. Here's this project. Make sure this shit happens. Like, that's really all that's going on, man. Everybody else is just minions for the whoever the top despicable me individual is, whoever that person or that group, you know what I mean, that little legion group is. That could be like 8, 9 people. Like, y'all, at this point, that could be only maybe like 20 people, 100 people, 1,000, maybe 1,000, maybe a few hundred, you know, maybe a few hundred of them. If they're like weak humans and shit, and they're not even able to like really, what's the word? But they gotta do weird shit, you know what I'm saying? Wherever they at, they gotta do weird shit. Cause they're not even out here, like, they can't even have a kid. Like, so I don't know how they reproducing. You know, that's what I was trying to say. I don't know how they're reproducing, but they probably doing a bunch of like sperm bank collecting, a bunch of plasma blood collecting, and then they probably go and create, like, they're probably creating them. Like, I don't know what they're doing, dude. I don't even want to know, to be honest. Certain shit I just don't even want to know. But I think that's why we keep getting our power. I think that's why we stay in the situation, because a lot of people think like that. So I do be knowing, you know, I be seeing everything. Like, I already know what they be doing, weird shit. That's all I need to know. God be like, you just know that they doing real evil shit to grandma organs and stuff and all kind of stuff. Real Resident Evil, man. It's real Resident Evil Day. Come on, Umbrella Corps. Umbrella Corps, y'all just want to act like y'all want to put out vaccines and shit. Like y'all didn't just kill people with vaccines and stuff. You know what I mean? I met a dude in Hawaii on the bus out there. He was from Milwaukee. This dude's a part of the mob. I'm not gonna say his name. I forgot his name. But he told me he was a part of the mob, and I believe he gave me mob vibes. He gave me mafia mob vibes from like Milwaukee, like and shit out there. I didn't I was kind of sleeping on Milwaukee a little bit because you know, what do I know, right? I'm from California. You know, all I know about the Bruins. I'm not really into baseball and shit, so I just know it'd probably be cold out there or something, right? I don't know too much about Milwaukee. It goes down in Milwaukee. I didn't realize how it goes. Shout out to Milwaukee. Anybody out there from Milwaukee? And it makes sense. Like, shout out to the real mills. That was the native land, bro. Milwaukee and shit. We probably wasn't calling it that, but we the real millies, and you know, we the real millions. Out the mini, you know, out the mini for real, bro. Like the little mini, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like we make up the atmosphere. Like y'all don't understand. I'm literally a piece of the atmosphere. I finally realized that. I wish I was taught this sooner in my life, or reminded. If there was like enough people around me, or, you know what I'm saying? I would have been reminded everybody. We all would have been eating. Who knows, bro? Would have been already. You know what I'm saying? Would have already been world runner. I already was doing this. I've been doing this since I've been turning heads since I was little. I've been running shit. I've been had haters. I had adult haters on me. I had like adult haters as a kid. I had people that stopped me from really going places because they didn't want to see me succeed and help them. Like, I don't know, like whatever they I guess they didn't want to see me do better than them. Or it's always like this energy of your own people don't like it when you're like, here you go, you hit the goal everybody's trying to be as far as reaching this egg and stuff, and then you do it in your own way because you ain't gonna do it like there's no one way for everybody doing it. That's an illusion. Everybody got to do it. Everybody got to do it for themselves, and it might take a life of time. It might take a few lifetimes, but you gotta be willing to accept that you ain't just here one life, and you ain't just been here one lifetime. Yeah, just for people to be a fucking human, a demon human, y'all need to know you was at least a piece of shit fucking animal or something, or a bacteria or something. Yeah, you was something like a germ, or like you Germans and shit. You probably, a lot of y'all Germans was germs. If you're not a germ now. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Yeah, I'm the one letting germs and shit move me and stuff. Man, I'm about to start slapping germs and shit. You're like, bitch, give me my land. You know what I mean? I'm not paying, like, why do I gotta pay you shit? All the way over there in central fucking Europe. You know what I mean? Over there in central England and shit. Over there in central Europe and shit. You know what I mean? Like, y'all not even, like, out here. Y'all just getting tax money and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, man. I'm not even mad at like people, bro. People just trying to do their job and work and survive. And y'all make it, and the bigger parties, or whatever, the smaller parties, make it very hard for the majority of everybody to do the basic function that is required for everybody to eat. You know, even if they want to eat, then they gotta realize niggas down here gotta be cool too. It's a balance, bro. You can't just have it one-sided. What kind of fucking world is you in? I ain't never grew up like that. It was always people coming together and trying to help each other, and teach and share knowledge and share wisdom and be kind. I don't want to be. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm not trying to be mean. Genuinely in my heart, I'm really nice. You know what I mean? Not nice, but not unaware. But like, I'm really a kind. I'm really one of a kind. I'm a real genuine person. I don't want to hurt people. I don't have no malice in my heart. I've never. Otherwise, you would have seen it, bro. There's people out here that go to jail numerous times and get let out. I've never been to jail, but yet I can't even get a fucking house to be in. Are you fucking kidding me? Yet you want me to live in a shelter, which is practically a jail? But I've never harmed somebody. You know what I'm saying? And everything y'all want me to go work for is practically, it is mine. I don't have to go work for it. It's mine, bitch. You're not gonna tell me I gotta go work for you for something that belongs to both of us. If not, it was mine first. Or the people that were here first. Like, you know what I mean? We're not gonna play that shit, dude. This is real spiritual warfare. It's not even no war for it, but like, there's no battle. You're getting your ass beat till y'all pay respect. The fuck? You're not the bigger spirit here. Period. I get the double zeros. That's exactly what I want. You think I don't give a fuck about no likes? I don't even give a fuck about a like. I get real likes in real life. I get real eyes and real likes in real life. You know what I mean? Beyond a piece of paper or a dollar bill with eyes on it. I'm getting real eyes on me. Shout out to Tupac. All eyes on me. Man, shout out to Tupac, man. Like, what are you talking about? He was flunked, but that's real shit though. Like that's Uriel type shit, man. Uriel's the main one. You know what I'm saying? Like you the main one, and then when all of you come together, you can feel complete. And you can feel like you could actually go somewhere. And actually now you can actually start acting on your dreams for real. And like not just in some fabricated type of like held back way. You know what I mean? Like it's time for a change. You know what I mean? And I'm doing this MLK on MLK Day. You know what I mean? It's some real MLK shit, bro. I'm just not gonna. Why do I gotta be out here trying to preach to people, bro? People don't. A lot of people like want to like. That'd just be me being open for attack. You know what I mean? A lot of people just want to fucking tear you down and shit. You know what I mean? I don't need people adding stains on. And they can't even cast no stone really far enough. So I'm not scared of like I put myself here all the time, like every day. It's just the point of, you know, if I don't need to put myself into a situation I don't need to be in, I could easily avoid it. You know what I mean? It's a strategy. It's strategy going on. So y'all don't want strategy making. Y'all don't want people that do like y'all don't want this in the world. Improvement. I don't understand, dude. I never under. But y'all got a show called Home Improvement. But y'all had the show called Home Improvement though. Y'all just want to build like I don't know, build some shit. I guess destroy it and then build some new shit and destroy it. That's what y'all do. Just build some shit, destroy it, build it, destroy it, build it, destroy it. Never be happy. You just keep building shit and destroying it. That makes you happy, destroying it, and you want to destroy more. You know what I mean? I think that's their energy, dude. Like they just want to keep destroying shit till there's nothing else to destroy, and that's not possible. You can't destroy God. Like you can't destroy nothing. What are you talking about? How you gonna do that? How you gonna destroy nothing? You know what I'm saying? Just know I was pissing on walls back in the third grade. You know what I mean? I was pissing on walls like when goddamn I was being told hey 15 more minutes of recess then you could go. It's like what? No, we need to go. There's two individuals like hey we need to go to the bathroom. No, can you try to hold it another 15 minutes? And then I go relieve myself being a child because I wasn't gonna pee on myself. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I go relieve myself in an area away from all the other children, where none of the other, it was even done a very an adult way. Actually, it was done very, like how a regular adult would do that in the public. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I've been an adult. Nigga, now there's people doing what I'm. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing shit since I was what? I'm not saying go like pee. I'm not saying like kids out there pee on your like go like. I'm not saying vandalize and I'm not saying that, but I'm not just Mr. Goody Two Shoes go along with all the rules. You know what I mean? Some rules are not just. There's a lot of rules that I agree with, but I don't. There's a lot of rules that I don't agree with. Let's come to those talk. Can we have those kind of conversations? But no, I think we're dealing with people that don't really. Yeah, we just damn. That's a hard pill to swallow, bro. And I'm not taking no more pills. I'm not even in the matrix like that. So it's like pause no homo. You know what I mean? Really, it really comes to that. Like pause no homo, bro. I'm not even swallowing a pill. Yeah, what you talking about, bro? I don't even know how to like take that in. I'm just gonna like, all right, well, I guess that's too bad for you because I'm getting my land. Like I'm super convinced. My land is here. I'm on it every day. Y'all just got cement on it. You know what I mean? You got there's like I just went down the street earlier and there was an entire private property, like bunch of bunch of like stakes in the ground, like little signs and shit, right? Private, like somebody I guess owns it or whatever, right? It's a whole like there's two sides. There's like one side and then there's another side fenced off, but both of them were like completely empty. Shrubs there. I actually went there one night and smashed. You know what I mean? A female, and honestly, like I smashed one night at that spot. You know what I mean? And it was very private that night. You know, I made it very private. You know, so I'm like, why is it that not my property then? You know, so I should be able to like go there, clean it up. Y'all hire me in a crew or something like maybe some homeless people instead of homeless people out here on drugs. Why don't y'all like employ homeless people to like clean up the neighborhood, dude? What the fuck is wrong with you? Create new jobs. That's a new job right there. Instead of niggas getting high and shit, they could like apply or they could get picked up by the local community, uh, the niggas in the police and shit, or whoever, law enforcement, or whatever. They make niggas go slave for a good reason. You know what I mean? Instead of niggas just being outside and shit, niggas could like go slave and get paid for it. That's what they're gonna do anyway in jail, right? That's what they're gonna. That's what people are gonna do in jail, right? You got jobs like that in jail, right? Chain gang and shit, right? Right? Native hobbyism and practices, right? Trying to get the native to fucking intermix and shit and cooperate and get Catholicized and stuff. I opened the door because my B friends show. I got B friends that show up periodically and check on me. And my B friends. And stuff. Get to be flying around, so I'll be like, I might open the door, like let them in, say hi to them. It's like my neighbor and stuff. I'm like, hey, buzzing. But yeah, these dudes right here, Central Europeans. Yeah, I know what y'all be on, man. Y'all think y'all run shit over here. Y'all don't run shit. So shout out to Trump, man. Shout out to Kamala. Shout out to everybody, man. I'm not mad at nobody. I'm not mad at nobody. Just know y'all work for the natives. Just know you work for the natives. You ain't like just working like just know you like just know the natives here and y'all like paying a lot of y'all influence to the natives. Or at least you're gonna at least respect this land, like you know what I mean? That this is native land. You're gonna at least know like, okay, this is native land. Esoterically, you paying esoterically, like you not getting away with that. You paying up. Like esoterically, you paying. You know what I mean? You paying. Trying to come over here and dictate shit and kill people and stuff. Yeah, moving weight and stuff. Yeah, moving weight over here, not including me. How come I should be able to tax him right now? Like, hey, bro, give me $5, $10, bro, or something. You know what I mean? just for it being native land, bro. You're moving somebody else's goddamn business product through my area, through my land and shit. And my people died for you to have that luxury to do that today. Now what? You know what I'm saying? I don't wish no death, or I don't wish no accidents in the world. I don't wish nobody's plane to crash. I don't wish nobody to get in no accidents. I don't wish nobody to get human trafficked. I hate to see all the things in the world as they are. You know what I mean? And a lot of it, I think a lot of these things would have got prevented if certain people didn't start it to begin with. So it's all about, hey, don't start it if you ain't gonna finish it. That's how the natives look at it. Don't start something that you can't clean up. Like, if you can't fulfill that, if you're gonna take a life, then don't take a life. You know, if you can't give a life, then don't take a life. You don't kill a eagle bird and not replace another eagle bird in the sky or something, like, you know what I mean? So that's how the natives kept things in balance. Like, we didn't just go slaughtering shit just to do it. Like, we didn't just like get greedy and like get fucking horny off of the maybe the idea you could capitalize off of something or milk the land, or all that. Like, it's really all some made up shit in your head. You have to think that, because there's no real logic to it. It's like it was like very emotional, very greedy, false starting points. Because any real logic was like, all right, we need to make sure we got enough supplies, we got enough buffalo, or we got enough this and that to keep making coats for generations, dude. Niggas was doing that for generations, dude. Making sure whole goddamn country, a whole country and a whole continent, really a whole continent was being ran. Make sure everybody had corn, food, clothing, TPs, all the like whatever water and stuff, and that was cool and shit. Like, nowadays, I'm grateful that I could take wash my ass with some hot water and shit. So I'm not mad at the fact that we got like hot water machines and stuff. Like, certain things where I get like we're you get what I'm saying? Like, it would have been a different timeline if niggas didn't want to go slaughtering people and animals and shit and disrupt the balance. That's really what happened. Like, they try to get too like greedy in the esoteric thing of ideas, and they try to be too much of the one space. They're like, yeah, we're gonna be like, they could just be the only one brain for everybody. Wrong. Wrong. Especially when that whole starting point wasn't even a thing until they met the natives. They didn't have no concept. They didn't even, what? That wasn't even a thing. Their shit was like Goth or Odom, or just some whole land, like landlords and shit, and Kingdom of Hearts and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not Hearts, but like they was doing that Kingdom of Hearts. That's more native type shit. That's native hobbyism. No, they was doing like Game of Thrones tactics. You know what I mean? Like Game of Thrones and barbarian. They had barbarian. Just ah, and then they like hold a club up or something, right? And then if you was like, yeah, I guess you with another dude, then they always like challenging or Viking shit, like just straight animal, just ah, and then niggas would just go at it and just beat the shit out of each other, and then whoever won was the fucking, I guess that's how they settled their disputes. Like, that's their go-to. That was their go-to. Like, that's their first option. Let's just kill them. I think they're learning now. I think they're learning. No, I think they're learning a little bit. But it's like people, it's just spirits as a whole. I don't know. It's just weird because it's like it's not necessarily their fault, because they've rocked people to sleep, and it's not really their fault because spiritually people are still spirits that are intelligent as spirits. whether they a dumb spirit or not. Like you're still a spirit that knows how to create awareness to some degree, unless you got just like a synthetic mind at the moment. And you might, a lot of people are like, their mind got obliterated and they might not even know, they might be so naked right now. This might be the most naked people have ever felt in their life. Especially like the police and shit. Like certain people, like religious people, you know what I mean? More like religious, certain like religious cats, you know, people that got like tremendous amounts of money that they're in fear of losing it because the whole like everything that they are trying to uphold is built off of everybody else up underneath them in that little you know what I mean, in that little like hierarchy, little money capitalism design, right? So they're gonna, all their shit is gonna fucking, like, that if they don't know how to keep the base going, they're gonna fucking, all right, here's where it's gonna go. People are just gonna go, which I'm seeing it because it plays out with me. A lot of people are going back to them. Yeah, a lot of people are going back to the government and the Jesus and the God, and they might still be retarded, but they're not like open to some new shit, right? They quickly go up under that canopy, that little, you know, that little whatever the fuck that shit is. And I don't know what that fucking shit is. I don't know what it is. That's a real tiny house, bro. If you want to talk about tiny houses in the world, look at the goddamn God.gov concept of life, and that you're in a tiny house, smothered every day with a whole bunch of other like millions worth of beings, plus some, probably billions, and all the billionaire niggas and shit that all y'all is like crammed in this generator of a box. All y'all just like fucking probably getting pissed off or just drink. Like I look at all the Matrix movies and shit. All that shit is real, dude. They really got people in these little like Monsters Inc. psyop moments and shit, trying to get you to react a certain way, just for you to get all emotionally aroused a certain way and shit, just for you to be like drained a day or two or three later. You know what I mean? Now you feeling like you don't even feel the same way as that other day and shit. Meanwhile, they business keeps you know what I'm saying? So it's like y'all be distracted and shit, giving y'all energy away to shit that really means none, and you're not even directing the energy towards the main shit that matters, which is like, how come you don't got a Dollar Tree building on the block but somebody else does? You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all don't understand. You know what I mean? So, and y'all don't understand that everything that's here already that people are apparently capitalizing off of, they had to kill a bunch of Native Americans to do it and add their shit to it. So it's not all just like slaughter and warfare. It was like, you know, a lot of things were just intermixed, right? You know what I mean? A lot of things were mixed in. You know what I mean? But when we start getting to the God conversation, niggas lose their fucking mind. You know what I mean? So that was the whole problem. Like, it really ain't got everything else was cool. We could exchange, yeah. The furs getting exchanged, pelts, you know, different rices, you know, rice or, you know, beans, you know what I'm saying? Sunflower seeds, you know, whatever it was, right? Pumpkins, you know, pumpkin seeds and shit, whatever it was, dude. Honey, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure a lot of natives had to go at some point, you know. We wasn't just abusing the land, so if motherfuckers wanted honey, we probably go get some honey and shit from the comb. But, you know, you also know like there's bears and shit possibly nearby. You know what I'm saying? You had all other kind of creatures and shit, wolves and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're in the wild, dude. It's not just like, you know what I'm saying? You're in the wild, dude. So that was the challenge, dude. That made it more fulfilling, dude. Y'all don't know that. Like, y'all wanted some easy, convenient shit, bruh. That's what made it fun, dude. Knowing like you could possibly die on the way to go get some honey for the village, but if you come back, niggas would think you the shit. Like, you would be the shit. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas would call you honey, like honey grabber or something. You know what I'm saying? Niggas would call you like honey wings or something. You know what I'm saying? You get like honey, you be called honey wings or something. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays you just go to like, you go to the wing stop or something. You go get you some barbecue wings or something. Yeah, you go get you some honey, like honey Dijon. Like, yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same. That would have been, you know what I'm saying? Niggas would have been the shit, bro. You would have got all kind of ass, bro. Niggas would have got all the ass and the, like, you would have been the shit, bro. Niggas would talk about you for like decades. You know what I mean? You would have been the shit. Yo, you was the shit, bro. You come back with a whole, with like, whatever it was, bro, and niggas know like you went to some like possibly some on a treacherous voyage into some lands where there's like, yeah, the bees could sting you. We got, you know what I'm saying? You might die from just getting stung the wrong way by a whole gang of bees. The bees ain't just gonna let you do that. The bees ain't just letting anybody come slide through and take and grab some honey. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain way to go about it. You know what I mean? There's a method to that, but I'm just making a point. I'm gonna get it in my imagination. Like that was the real ninja type of shit. Like you go on a little posse with y'all. You know, you got your riders and shit. All y'all like y'all know y'all trust each other because y'all already. You know what I'm saying? You already been through certain experiences individually. You know what I'm saying? So y'all wouldn't even be around each other if y'all wasn't like, all right, we ain't even gonna go because that nigga can't go. He ain't come with us. You know, he ain't coming with us. Type shit. Same thing in the hood today. Like I ain't catch a body yet, so a lot of people won't even like they wouldn't even have me around because I ain't caught no like physical body. But now we in new times. So I'm like the real body catcher. I do real like I catch bodies for real. In the actuality, I caught myself. You know, I was the first body I caught. You know, I was the first. You know, I mean, like some lady girl earlier told me she was mad or something. I was trying to like invite her like, hey, you know, maybe we could like, you know, maybe go clean up this property or like, you know, if we go over here, there's a private property over there, just be a field. I don't see it being put to use. Back to that point, I don't see this property being these areas over here being put to use. Right. And there's a lot of areas like this up for sale or just private property or whatever fuck, just open land, you know what I'm saying? Yet there's people out here homeless. Not everybody can get in the shelter because the shelter has X amount of beds and things of that nature, right? X amount of resources. They can't just let everybody stay in the shelter for whatever reason. Even though there's hella space in the shelter, like niggas could like definitely sleep on the ground in the shelter, but they might not have a bed, but there's plenty of like open space in the shelter, bro. For like, you know what I mean, OGs like being in a wheelchair and shit. OGs shouldn't be in a wheelchair, dude. You know what I'm saying? Why we got OGs in the wheelchair, dog? Why we got old people in wheelchairs, bro? Now old people can't even like. My grandma's somewhere in a retirement, like she can't even afford, not even a retirement home. She's in whatever kind of home for elderly people that the government probably is providing. She's like on government assistance. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? She's gonna die broke. Like that's fucked up. I gotta think about my grandma dying broke every day, and I feel like as a man, I can't. What am I gonna do about it? Other than talk, other than be able to speak. And if that message don't get received, then what? You know what I'm saying? I gotta help my granny get some paper money and stuff. Is that my responsibility? To some degree, yeah. Like some degree, like in the broader scheme of things, like esoteric grandma. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like that family member person, that's, I don't know if they. I mean, I still love I still care for people and stuff. But I ain't like going out my way to like. I can't save nobody. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, there's people that were here before. I'm thinking like you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all like be people complaining and shit. Like my grandma was complaining, like crying on the phone to me, damn near. I'm thinking like, how many years have you had? You know what I mean? I'm thinking she had all this time to like do something else. Instead, a lot of people were going out to China. I know what we was doing, like they were going to Chinese restaurants, all kind of shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, people just waste all the time in the world, dude, and all you have is right now. And then you're still gonna die broke, and probably have to come back into whatever reality you're creating for yourself. And who knows? A lot of y'all don't even want to face that. a lot of people are not ready to face themselves and what they made, as far as the meet they maker concept. Yeah, it just has everything to do with each person have to look themselves as they're a creator. And a lot of people haven't been even in the mentality of taking their power back like that to even think, come up with, like, to even be in the state of being, to develop a certain kind of awareness or a certain kind of mind, aka to even start beginning to think and feel a certain way, and then learning, and then that process of learning how to blend those thoughts and feelings to create that harmonious sex, which would create that kind of, which they would develop a new mind, a new spaceship, right? And if it, one that could go to distance and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? And then once that mind condense, once that all that light accumulation become a, you know what I'm saying, like this right here, like, it's like a you know what I'm saying, it's a cycle. That's like an organ being, it's a body, you're creating a body for real, like an organ, a chakra, a heartbeat, or whatever, some type of pulse, like. And fucking once that condenses, it condenses and condenses and condenses, and then here you are today. So you can see where your mind is at if you, like, know how to look at yourself and be honest. And that's for everybody, you know what I mean? Because you had, I'm talking about my damn self, man. Like, I'm this body's 29, so I'm 29, right? I'm really eons, like I'm like infinite, but this lifetime, 29 right now. There was days where I didn't even think I was gonna live to be 29. Like, that's how ignorant I was. At certain points, or just in my own kind of darkness, right? I was trying to lie to myself or whatever the fuck. But now I'm aware of it. I'm like, damn, like, but I don't even say that. I was actually being real honest too in a lot of ways, like, because I was like, man, I know, I like always knew, like, man, I'm not guaranteed a goddamn second. But it was like, in a lot of ways, I was always in this energy of like, all right, well, I'm not gonna like overly like try to overly compensate or stress in whatever area. Like, I'm not saying like be lazy, you know what I mean? There was times where I was lazy, honestly. But now I think about it, I've always been right. You know what I mean? I wasn't lazy. No, there's probably things I was just not participating in, or I was distracting myself and doing other things, or telling myself, no, I'm not gonna cut the grass, like whatever it was, or I'm not gonna go hang out with them, or like whatever it was. Like, a lot of things just kind of like, all right, I look at it like God was saving me. Now, like, I look at it back, if I go back, like, life was saving me from just certain ways of thinking. You know what I mean? For example, me telling my mom, like, no, I don't want to cut the grass. In my mind, or whatever, physically, everybody could look at, okay, he's lazy, he don't want to cut the grass, he's disrespectful, he don't want to listen to her. Whole bunch of shit, dude. People want to put on me, dude. Grown ass adults, bruh. Other people and shit. Or my mom, or at the time, my mom, right? Maybe how she might have looked at me, right? Or even to this day. And it could have been reality. There's some reality, there's some truth there, right? In my mind, I'm convinced, like, why I shouldn't even be having to listen to nobody. You know what I mean? I'm not listening to you. It's not my grass to cut. Why don't you cut the grass? That's what I'm thinking. Now I know where I come from. My whole goddamn land was stolen, bitch. So I'm thinking, like, I'm not cutting no grass until I get my land back, where I could, you know what I'm saying, cut my own grass. So now I know why. I was like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, y'all don't know how to think. Y'all got to just give yourself some grace. Go back and look at your life. Really look at it. If you're from here, you got this native westernized kind of energy and stuff. I ain't talking about no Washiu people. Y'all got to figure out y'all got to figure out however you got to figure out. But if you kind of like go back and look at your life, you got some native in you, percentage levels and whatnot, or whatever the case may be. Everybody got a fucking life, dude. Period. Like, I don't know, I just might have been here a little bit longer than the average person. I think people be mad. Like, why people be mad, bro? Why you gonna be mad at your dad? or father. How you gonna be mad at father, Madam Uriel? How you gonna be mad at you? You gonna be mad at you? You gonna be mad? You gonna be mad at the hands that you gonna bite the hand that feeds you for real? You gonna bite the hand that feeds you? People be crazy, bro. I'm about to eat a hot pepper. I'm about to eat a jalapeno. Y'all wanna see me eat a jalapeno pepper? Pause normal. Why y'all don't know? Like, why y'all don't know? Oh yeah, I got this ginger shot too. You know what I'm saying? Good old, I'm not promoting these niggas either. I'm not. Y'all need to pay me. Like y'all need to pay me, dude. That's why I'm on EBT, fool. Cause I want to pay for shit that I don't even own. After I done worked all day and shit. Like, y'all got niggas fucked up, dude. You want me to go work all day for somebody else's business company, right? Especially if I'm like a entry level or somebody. I'm not even like in with the family that owns the little like even franchise. I'm not even talking like, you know, it's one thing to be a franchise owner of a like they have a piece of like McDonald's. Like a lot of people own McDonald's buildings and shit. They got their own little McDonald's building business. But they don't own McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? They just own a franchise, which means they're just really working to build. They're just building McDonald's. Fuck, they're just building up McDonald's, really. And maybe one day they'll get accepted at the McDonald's round table if their family franchise does good enough as being a little slave or something. You know what I mean? It's good slave work. Franchise make a lot of money for McDonald's or something. Then they're like, all right, yeah, we'll give your store, we'll give you a little, yeah, they might give you a little plaque or something. You get a little plaque or something. McDonald's of the year or something. You know, you get like a McDonald's of this area, you know, of the year, or a bonus. You know, niggas get like a little, like they get like a $20,000 yearly bonus or something. Be thrilled. Niggas would be thrilled with a $20,000, $30,000 bonus. Which I wouldn't be hating. I wouldn't be mad at that. But I'm just saying, like, here you go, you do all this work for McDonald's and they give you like 30 bands. After they just made like millions and billions worldwide off of everybody. Off of fucking trash at that. Like that's the crazy part. They're selling you trash. Like that's even crazier, dude. It's not even like good quality product. It's literally remixed trash 1,000 different ways. With bullshit beliefs attached, and people eat it up because they like it because they ain't shit spirits. So of course I started thinking this recently. I was like, you know what? I can't even be mad at nobody, bro. You know what I mean? If you ain't shit spirit, of course you would want to like feel closer and feel like, of course you're gonna like want to huddle up and be a legion with all the other like bitch ass spirits that know y'all ain't shit because y'all trying to be somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even be mad at you. That's the best thing you probably could do is gather up with a whole group of other people. You know what I'm saying? And still not be shit. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like the people like in suits and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like suit niggas, suit and like $1 million making niggas and shit. You know what I mean? Even the average person that just know they ain't shit. They go in the Jack in the Box drive-through every day or every other day or whatever the fuck, right? That's their main shit. That kind of shit. You know, you already know you a not shit person. You're not even trying to better your life. In like no kind of way. There's people that don't try to better their life in no kind of way. Like just no kind of way. I've never been that. But people always try to put me in that category. Like, look at me like I'm a tweaker or something. I've never tweaked unwarrantedly. Yeah, I've never done. I might have like been off. I might have went snowboarding a few times. I might have went snowboarding or skiing, but I never went ice Titanic ship. Right. I never went on the ice mode. I never went Titanic ice ship where it just sinks. That's the niggas never watched Titanic. All these niggas doing like Kodak Black. You never watched Titanic, Kodak Black? Kodak Black, are you serious? You telling you, and you know, it's okay, you're Haitian, dude. Like, I'm not even mad, bro. You're not even from here. You're a bad representative for the Haitians, though. You know, the Haitians are, I shout out to all the Haitians, man. Haitians fight hard, dude. But like, y'all like some French variation. Haitians are like a French variation, you know what I mean? I hate to say it, but come on, Kodak Black and people around him. Y'all didn't watch the Titanic movie? Where they hit the iceberg at the end? Are you serious? Bro, y'all don't know, bro. I seen this real early, like a few years ago in my upbringing and shit. Well, really my whole life, but, bro, I got stories, dude. I got stories, bro. I got childhood. They're pretty much like, I guess you could call them brothers to some degree. They were my brothers to some degree. I wasn't like close with them, you know, but for the times that I remember, those were my brothers, bro. Yeah, and so my actual blood brother who was autistic, he had his couple of his friends, right? But they were like pretty much like brothers though. My mom would treat them real good and shit. Like they'd come over, and my mom always treated them like they were a part of our family and shit. And there was a lot of cool times where it wasn't all bad. You know what I mean? You know, like it wasn't always bad, right? But then there was some times where they do some badass shit at our house, trying to steal my brother's shit or little, little like just little, little disagreements and shit. All right, long story short though, I ended up seeing the downfall of these two individuals not too long ago, a few years ago, right? After I went about my life and stuff, and then I kind of this was the last time I saw these people. One of them passed away. He's not even here no more, due to the drugs and shit, due to like crystal meth and shit. He's probably in hell somewhere, but maybe be in a more favorable place at least, because I'm here. At least, you know what I mean. At least say that. Ain't nobody else around him, and his family probably gonna even think like this to even try to send him along. I don't know about his older brother, but the last time I seen them two individuals, I wish I could. I wish I could take that memory out. I wish I like had some glasses on at the time, like for real. Cause now I kind of like I'm like fuck. It's hard to like not. I'm not gonna paint the image for y'all, but I'll just say this. And who knows? Probably a lot of other things too, like bread and stuff. Just a combination of things, right? One individual was just super like he used to be like he had weight on him. He ended up being real super skinny. Nigga was punching holes and shit all up in the apartment and stuff. And they pretty much terrorized their mom their whole life. So these were like monster creatures that this came up out of this atmosphere, or maybe a result of previous things in the world, or just a result of a combination of various influences and a lot of things that occurred up until this point, and also that own spirits. So it's a lot of things like these motherfuckers are looking at it like these. Before I get sidetracked, pretty much like I remember them not being so fucked up, right? I remember them being teenagers and shit, and they were like not fucked up. And then they get old, and then I see them older and stuff, and they're all like post drugs, and niggas is tweaking, punching holes in the wall, and one of them like was look completely different. I'll say that, like didn't look like the same person I remembered from when he was a kid, when he was a child, a teenager and stuff. When I remembered him, I was like 5 or 6. Completely like his whole like face, everything. Like he was pretty much. I was like, who is that? When I showed up with my brother, because my brother brought me to see them the last time I was out there and stuff. And I hadn't been there, like, you know what I mean. I was in a whole different setup with my own life and shit. But I went out there and shit, and that was crazy, bro. Cities, they got my city fucked up, man. The mayor, like California and shit, Mayor Gavin Newsom, the whole administration out there, they really need to have me goddamn. I don't know, maybe I need to go back out there or do something, but they pretty much I don't know, the liberalism and shit, I don't know, bro. It's a lot of shit. But that shit literally changed the way the bro looked. You know what I'm saying? Both of them. That whole one was super skinny and shit and all fucked up and probably was, you know what I mean, was losing teeth and all kind of shit. Mentally gone, like mentally gone, just like saying shit, having moments of just spazzing and just being like just disturbed spirits in the world, like that are just fucking. You don't want, like, it's already bad. There's disturbed spirits, but then now you got disturbed spirits like off of drugs, and you got demons off of drugs and shit. Like, what do you, and off of like bad food and yeast, a bunch of yeast embalming and. Bro, there ain't nothing good about this shit out here, dude. This is like a straight horror movie every day. I don't know how I thought anything was ever good about any of this shit. I don't know how I thought anything was good about any of this shit, dude. There's some good. I be trying to, you gotta make it, but like, I already knew, bro. This is where the Cancerian energy and shit, me being a double Cancer, this is where I get looked at like I'm the fucking bad guy. When the whole time I was right, because I live in this negative shit every day. I've been peeping it my whole life. This has been my life every day. Water signs, y'all know this. Cancers, Scorpios, and Pisces. We're in fire signs. Even my shout out to my fire signs too. Aries, Leos, and Sagittarius. Y'all know we be in this shit every day. Air signs, y'all kind of lose us a little bit. Earth signs, y'all kind of, y'all. I think earth signs get it too to some degree because they got the feminine qualities also. So it's not both sides. It's not about like. I'm not even gonna go into that. That was a kind of retarded statement. It's not about air or water. Really, anybody can relate to this shit, right? But me being a water sign, though, specifically, shout out to the water signs. It's just it hit different. I don't know if Jay ain't a water sign, but it hit different. You know what I'm saying? Shit hit different. I've been in bro. I'm in the ocean every day, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whatever ideas were sparked, I was in this I was swimming around in a lot of them fires and shit. Them ideas, they gotta condense. They gotta come into feelings. So my whole life, whatever thoughts and shit were being pushed out by the government or, you know what I'm saying? Various industries, businesses, companies, music. You know what I mean? I would be hit with all that influence and shit. I was like being psychically attacked my whole life, and I didn't know it. You know what I mean? Because I was taught like how to defend myself and be aware of certain shit. You know what I mean? Maybe I would have made different choices. Maybe I would have made different decisions with my life. You get what I'm saying? That's what they're sitting back now, listening to me say that. Like, oh, okay. They can write that down. Like, all right, now you know what I'm saying? And then they little lab experiment, the little show. That's all they want to know. It's like whether you would have did something different or not. You know what I'm saying? And what would that be? And all this weird ass anal analytical shit that ain't never gonna be a thing, even with all those different outcomes and timelines of calculations and whatever the fuck they're trying to control as far as like trying to prevent certain things from happening again or steering a certain direction for everybody if they feel like they're the captain of the ship flying this fake ass little, they think we're flying some global ball, some ball thing or whatever. Maybe they don't. Maybe they know we're in the atmosphere. They just use a lot of metaphors and shit like that and allegories and shit. Like they do mental shit. Like they squaring shit out mentally, where this land was just already circular and free. You know what I mean? So they came and brought their like, the current. All right, if we're talking about real example right here, because there's some shit I was thinking about earlier. If we're talking about the current, the streets, the current, the city, there's already energy. You know what I'm saying? They just figured out a way to encapsulate it. Put a hat. It already was Manhattan. We already had that established for ourselves, but they wanted to override, I guess, or not include the natives, and just kind of like, all right, well, they just made little deals with the Spaniards, and they kind of made it like everybody else kind of came to be like the African and the Arab and shit. A lot of them were helping in on that to make that happen. here we are today, you know, the Jamaicans and the Mexican was like a mixture, you know, so the Mexican is not even an original phenotype, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Mexican is not even an original phenotype. Like, you're like, everybody's like sub, we're like all, and then we're all mixed and mudded at this point, so everybody's really you're a sub phenotype. You know what I mean? If you don't resonate with some native shit, like I resonate with this stuff. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking like this. I wouldn't be listening to Dolo Pilot Man, watching like all kind of spiritual videos for like years and years and years, and then putting the shit into actual real life applicability in my own life. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, this shit is real. Like there's some truth to this. Oh, look at that! I got a beam. Yeah, like, I'm in the real beam. You know, real BMW. That's the real BMW. Yeah, fuck. I'm not even no Brit. Not no British Motor Works or whatever they call it. The real Beamer. That's the real Beamer right here. What you talking about? You try to, you know what I'm saying? So all they did was just like take certain energies, take that wisdom awareness from the native. Like, okay, we don't worship animals, but it was like some type of native like animism type of energy, like getting in touch with yourself, because the same thing going on inside of you plays out externally. So if you see this creature out here that we all kind of like took part in creating this atmosphere together, and we're having this experience with said wolf or said bear or a certain plant or poison ivy or whatever, we all know the starting point was, okay, somewhere internally we, you know what I'm saying, we did that. You know what I mean? It was never the other way around. Us trying to use things outside of us to figure out who we are internally. No. Always knew who I was before any drugs, before any food, before any of this. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have like glowing light. Like, I don't even make this shit up, dude. This is just how my life is playing out. You know what I mean? Like, bro, come on, dude. And beaming. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? This is a miracle whip, right? This is like the miracle spaceship right here. If anybody's like a Western, like a real example of life, yeah, I haven't been the best. Like, I'm not even a role model, but I'm just saying, fuck that whole concept. But I'm just saying, like, nigga, I did some shit in my own kind of way, and I'm still here. You can take it or leave it. You know, you can do what you want now. You know what I'm saying? I went like traveled and went all kind of places and shit, bro. Seen all kind of shit. I don't think you can't. If you there's still time for everybody. See, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people, they think like it's too late or something. And I get it. I done had little moments like that where you kind of go through a down period. You're like, man, am I ever gonna get ahead? In one of those, I've been in like one of those for, I feel like been for that for eons. I feel like it's been like just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we still back in March 1776, like 1738. I think we all still back in March. We all still back in March 1738. Shout out to Free Fetty Wap, man. Free Fetty Wap, man. We back in 1738 for real. 1738 days. Y'all niggas ain't protecting nobody, dude. There's drugs on the street. There's niggas in laboratories in universities that put drugs on the street on purpose just to like make you feel like you're a hero somewhere down the line. When you could have just been doing that work yourself. Why don't you try to help out your community and get out of the police vehicle? You see them two guys that just walked by you? You know what I'm saying? You see them two guys walk by you? Why don't you start looking at them like they're not separate than you, asshole? You know what I'm saying? Just dumbass fucking people that think there's somebody fucking better than the next person. And then now they got a fucking gun and somebody gave them the authority to be a bitch. With more access to being like a bitch in school. That's all that nigga was. He got bullied by his dad. He was a bitch in school. He didn't get no hoes. whatever it was. Now he's driving around in the community trying to act like he give a fuck about anybody when all he want to do is that little rush of chasing somebody down the street one time. Adrenaline junkie. That nigga's a fucking junkie. Now, if he's a cool cop and he's not abusing his power, more power to him. But I see a lot of fucking fuck shit every fucking day. A lot of fuck shit every day, dude. Niggas need to take the goddamn Halloween. Take the Halloween costume off, bitch. Nigga, God can fucking see you right now every day. You're not hiding your despicable ways. I don't give a fuck who you think you are. Niggas not gonna drive around, just drive by me like I'm not fucking homeless every fucking night. And I'm not homeless, this is my fucking home. I'm gonna fight for it. Even if that just means mentally, I'm gonna beat your ass mentally until I get what the fuck I deserve. You're not gonna convince me to be a fucking slave. I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm not gonna be a slave. I will work for good reasons if that means it's constructive building and constructive practices and niggas own shit. Other than that, if we can make deals, contracts, whatever the fuck kind of deal y'all wanna make. But I'm not gonna be out here just on some slave shit, nigga. You got me fucked up. I don't care who you are, dude. I should be able to build my own shit. At least give me the opportunity. Like, I'm at least gonna fucking fight for it, dude. I'll go set up my own shit, dude. Go set up my own shit, bro. I'm tired of looking at just open lots and open fields not being used. Dead ass trees and shit. Dead ass just trash. Dead ass shit. You know what I mean? Shit is serious, dude. It's not like, I know I probably get looked at like real crazy, like, oh no, we're not gonna let this nigga nowhere near our shit. That's fine, dude. Somebody gotta be the Scream character though. To shake the, you know, sometimes you need that. Otherwise nothing's gonna really move for real. Nigga. Somebody gotta be that impact. Like, you gotta, nobody else, I don't know, there's only a handful of niggas that are willing to do that, bro. And that's probably not, I'm not saying that's cool, bro, for me to just be losing my cool and shit. No. I would prefer not to, but if I'm genuinely upset like that, I'm not finna hold it in and have a heart attack. Now, that's where it needs to be transmuted into, like, you know what I'm saying? Now, if I had my own goddamn, maybe a little garden or something right now on a property somewhere, it don't even got to be a lot. But some kind of, nigga, I'd be growing some shit right now. Putting my time towards something. Like, for real, bro, I'm not playing. I just never had the opportunity to like learn how to do it. Or try. Like, you gotta at least have the space in order to grow. If niggas is smothering a space, how y'all gonna expect me to grow anything? If you know what I'm saying? Like, you're lucky I even grew this much. Like, that's where the Tupac reference comes. Instead of niggas being all bitching, like, you know what I'm saying? Talking about all blah, 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 blah. That rose petals to the side. This, that, and a third. Oh, you're not this. Oh, you don't got that. Oh, your God ain't this. Oh, you're not Jesus. All this kind of shit, right? Just down talk. Y'all should be marveling at the fact that a rose even grew through concrete. To begin with, the rose grew through concrete. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be marveling at the fact that seed pushed itself out through the cracks of the concrete cement that some other man laid down on top of it, like some type of firmament ceiling or some shit. It pushed through all that, found a crack in found a hole, found some way to get through that bitch. And fucking blossomed and became a fucking rose to be an example for everybody how to be a rose. and it might have some thorns. It might have a few thorns and shit. If you touch it, you might get a little, you might get poked here and there. It's not its fault. Maybe it grew up in some real fucked up circumstance, and it did its best to stay beautiful, and still endure all that negative shit. How you gonna be mad at me and look at me? Oh, he's negative. Negative. No, nigga, I came from negativity, dumped on top of me. The fuck? That's the whole point. Like, your body runs off of negativity. Nigga, if you don't got no toxins in your body, how you gonna, what your body got something that you don't got nothing to fight off then? So your body gonna start eating itself. If you don't got no resistance, you gotta create resistance. Even if that means going into new areas and shit. A lot of y'all don't want to fly into new areas and shit mentally, so you be staying stuck. Why don't you go help? Yeah, there's a lot of things you could do, bro. I went and just totally gave up on humanity at certain points. Like, I just like totally disregarded humanity. I was like, man, fuck everybody else, dude. I'm about to just do this, bro. I could die today, bro. Let me go to Hawaii, dude. If I'm gonna die today, I'm gonna at least go die in Hawaii, bro. I don't even know what the fuck I'm about to do out there. Which is a terrible mentality. That's a terrible, I'm not like, that's not a good mentality to have either. Just going places and not know what you're, but in a lot of ways, that's what made sense to me. Like, in my mind, I was like, the construction of logic growing up and people being all confined and shit. So my only, like, to equalize that was to go balance it out with some real chaotic shit. But my phone finna, I'm gonna plug my shit in there real quick though. I'll kind of wrap up what I got to say. Yeah, I pretty much want to put myself in the most unknown shit. Like, I got a Mercury in the 12th house. So this is how I always thought, like, video games and shit. I always remembered in the video games, like, I'm not trying to sound like I got programmed by somebody, but no, I just think this is just kind of like how it is, and this is how they got the ideas to make video games about the people that were already doing it, right? People such as myself. Where you already know, like, there's a pulse going on, you know what I mean? You don't you know what I mean? There's a certain give and receive going on as far as the overall mechanism. So it's not about being polarized on either side of that. That's how you, like, lose yourself. So it's about knowing when to leave something, when to give up something, when to move forward, when to stay. And a lot of times people just, these type of this is like mental tools in a way. This is like mental sciences and shit. Like, these mental awarenesses. Shout out to the flights. But this is like real shit, bro. They don't want this kind of information in the world because a lot of people don't know how to handle it. A lot of people wouldn't know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? I might be a nuke button pusher. You know what I mean? That's why I'm not in a seat with one. You know, I don't got a nuke. But my mind wouldn't even be no world like with that to begin with, like, to make a nuke. Why would I want to just blow? I can't just blow niggas up. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to resolve. Like, I look at it like we're already in a world that was already crafted. So truly, who anybody truly is, how do you even really know who you are like that? Because your whole life has been you in somebody else's concept of what life is, and this is also synthetic shit. So it's not to you, like, you gotta peel, like, people don't even peel back these layers of themselves. They be scared, or they don't know how to do it, right? And I was kind of one of them. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, but in my spirit though, I knew I was reminded already about myself in a lot of ways, because I was already into certain shit, right? And I had this, like, deep desire to know, at least, like, all right, let me figure out what God is and shit, and, like, remind myself. But I already kind of knew though. It's like I already knew, like, it's the people. Everything I've been saying my whole life to people, and how I lived and how I acted and how I would try to treat people. You know what I mean? I always got shitted on. So that's what made me realize, like, all right, I must be Native American, bro. I must be Native because my whole life I got shitted on. Even when I was doing good for people. And even when I'm trying to do good for somebody, I get shitted on. And it's not gonna be reciprocated, good or bad. It's just gonna be me being taken advantage of by somebody else because they can't uphold their side of the bargain of the exchange. So at that point, it's like, all right, well, you're not even you got to be the more adult spirits. Like you're here to take care of people for real, at least mentally. Like you mentally like take care of people in ways and shit in your own environment and stuff. So it's no longer even about like money and shit. Like nigga, y'all should just be lucky I'm even here in the environment. Otherwise, y'all world would really go to shit in so many kind of ways because you got chaotic ass people out here that don't know how to fly around and navigate themselves and shit. So there's no like adult type of spirits in the world to keep the ecosystem together. Dumbass. You can't kill you get rid of if you try to get rid of all the like the strong presences in the world, they're really trying to get rid of the atmosphere. Like y'all don't understand. They're trying to get rid of humanity for real. They don't even want this shit to exist. That's how they may not realize it, but that's what they're doing. Like they may not. I don't even think they realize it. To like, I don't even know if they see it like that. Maybe they think they're doing something good in the world, where it's the opposite, where they think they're going somewhere and they're trying to gather all the resources so they could go to some next planet somewhere. And the chosen, whoever's like the select few, that select elite will go. I don't know what they're doing unless if other than that they're just like they got people just enslaved every day in some rulership concept, and that's about that. It don't go no further than that, and that's wicked as fuck, dude. Like that's wicked as fuck, dude. You wanna rule over people in a negative octave. Like it's one thing to do it like you take care of people, but y'all doing it in a like they do it in certain distasteful aspects where it don't appear to be like people are like people are shooting themselves in the foot, but it's like they giving us the gun to do it. I don't even say us, but they giving people the gun to do it, and people are like kind of signing the contract. You know what I mean? Without reading the full contract, because how you gonna read something that you don't even know what you're reading? You know what I'm saying? So that's where they rock people to sleep at, like master manipulators. Some master manipulators, like for real. Master manipulators. All they know how to do is take what man is good at, the creative gold mine, the actual thought, the man, the image, and all they know how to do is try to manipulate it. Nipsey Hustle. All they try to do is Nipsey Hustle. You get Nipsey Hustle. Now you want a T-shirt. RP. They go on a T-shirt, blood. I got into a little scuffle a couple of days ago, or was that the day before yesterday, with some random ass bystanders. I was just trying to get some trees. I was having kind of a day. It wasn't probably the best day for me, but I got trees, but I was trying to like smoke, man. I was like, fucking ran into this dude. I guess he was all drunk. I found out he was drunk in the scuffle of things, but I'm not even gonna say nothing. You know what I mean? It was a little dumbass shit, but he ain't really want to get down because he knew I would have fucked him up, and he was kind of like skinny like me. He wasn't like hella big or nothing, but I could tell he was like he wasn't in his best state of being mentally. And then he was with two other people. Like it was a female and some white dude he was with. The white dude, they didn't like the white dude didn't try to step in. Like that's what was fucked up. That's what I learned. The white man didn't give a fuck in that situation. He was willing to let his friend watch his friend fight me, and the girl get possibly hurt. Cause I could have like possibly hurt the girl, right? Like if I was trying to get her out the way or something, which I didn't. But I'm just making a point. Like, dude would have got crumbled. He was drunk or whatever, but he was like, I'm a crip. I was thinking, bro, you're mentally, all right, well, that means you're mentally crippled. I told him that, you know what I mean? And he played that out too in the little experience. Dude was not on his. He had sea legs. He needed to get his sea legs still. In these new times, he didn't have his sea legs together. I already got new knees and shit. I already went through the process, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. I went to Hawaii, almost died for real. I did die. I literally everything from my old life that I had that with me died. It was gone. I had to get new shit, everything. And then whatever I have now is like stuff from that shit I saved before I left, that travel, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like deep. So whatever I have now is like I was supposed to have because I saved it. I saved the game, I saved my game part, certain little objects and stuff. I put them in a storage area and shit, before I like died in the game. So like I died in the game, got responded and shit. While I was in the hospital. I didn't even really die though, but I was in the hospital. When they got everybody on GTA mode, man. It's fucked up. But nigga went in the hospital and shit. You come out the hospital, you know what I'm saying? You can play the game again. So I done been in the hospital a bunch of times. Not a bunch, but enough. Yeah, more than once. And those to me were like moments where I was specifically this one in Hawaii, dude. I was like on bed rest for 7 days. Like I was in the bed for a week. And then I'll kind of like, maybe get up here and there a little bit, use the restroom or something. But I was hooked up to this fucking IV and they bring me food and shit, which was pretty good. It was pretty good food. I ain't gonna cap. I don't know what they was putting in that food, but some of it was probably like laced with something. I already know. I don't know, but they give me these. I'll be off these pills and shit. I ain't gonna lie. I was off these pills and stuff, the pain pills and shit. Cause I'm over here getting my. I had like surgery on my leg, slight small surgery type shit where they had to drain the fluids out of my leg. Yeah, y'all don't want those problems, dude. Y'all don't want those problems, dude. Y'all don't want those problems, dude. Yeah, y'all don't want those problems, dude. Anybody out there right now going through, y'all already know, bro. You already got medical issues in the world and stuff. You already know, like, it's not cool to be, like, disabled or feel like you're disabled. So don't even put your mind in don't even put your mind in that mentality for real. That's kind of like really where I'm coming from. And I think we're all kind of getting back to basics, you know what I'm saying? I think we're all realizing that. Like, we can't just be waiting on this. Like, God.gov ain't coming to save nobody, dude. You know what I mean? I would have died in Hawaii, bro, if I didn't check myself into the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anything, my mom told me go and like she was like, I was maybe calling certain. If anything, my mom was like, go to the hospital, or other people there, like on the island and shit where I was at on the big island, like they might have been like, yeah, you go to the hospital. Yeah, get the one person I knew there, which was crazy. There was a female Dakota I met. That was the crazy part. I met my bitch self. I got reunited with my female, my feminine side of myself, which was a blonde, I guess. In that aspect, that piece. It was weird. She was like 18, 19 or whatever. Just merely an associate friend at the time. I couldn't. I was like, oh no, there's no way I'm gonna merge with another Dakota. That's not possible. Already we were like two of the same coin. It was like, oh, nah. She was a Scorpio. That was the funny part. Opposites. It was like prime opposites. It was funny though. It was funny. That shit was funny. So I didn't have my experiences, man, on my own, man, in life, man. Where you just go out and you're just like, man, fuck it, man, we go live my life, go see what the fuck I get into. You know what I'm saying? But also knowing you got a direction, like this is my direction though. Like I'm not just aimlessly going somewhere, but I know why I'm going there. You know what I mean? So I always had a starting point. I always had a starting point to like why I'm doing shit. I never was just like. Sometimes you do gotta go, but sometimes I do just do some shit and then I come up with the meaning and reasonings afterwards, just to kind of like not be too logical. You don't want to be too like thinking about shit before you do it. You know what I mean? That's kind of what happened with me in Vegas a little bit. But then going to Vegas in person, it was like, oh no, this is a whole different thing than a video game called Fallout New Vegas. You know what I mean? Like, it's different, way different. Yeah, it was way different. Way different than a video game. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of y'all niggas out there, man, get out of like video games and shit. Go jump in a Dodge Dakota or something. Yeah, go jump in a Dodge Dakota Ram truck or something. Go mudding with your buddies or yeah, go truck driving or something. You mother truckers. You other trucker, you mudder truckers. You smothered truckers. Call them smothered truckers now. Yeah, they smothered this land and shit. Now mama's like, I have no more milk for you boys. All the boys are like, no, they're like pissed off now and shit. You know, all the cowboys is pissed off now. You know what I mean? They can't get no more milk off the land and stuff. That they know they just like was a little flock of a litter, and a bunch of litter babies and shit, a bunch of litter pigs, sucking on like two nipples. And it was like trying to drink off of two nipples, assholes, little litter shit babies. Don't even they were like blind little like nematode guinea pigs or something, like just retarded guinea pigs that didn't see shit. You know, just like roaches. And then they go drink all the milk that was like, you know what I mean? That was just naturally there. Got a colony infestation of foreigners. Now it's just this whole smelting pot. Mama got smelted out. Mama got schmutted out by everybody. Everybody just ran through mama. It's a big old 12 train orgy on mama's yard. On mama's front porch, they just like ran through mama with like 12 trains and 12 like lines of like football fields worth of linebackers that ran through mama. But like a whole football team's worth of niggas just like quarterbacked their way into mama's vagina. And she allowed it. Yeah, she never allowed it too. So it's like, fuck. Yeah, I'm kind of like damn. I guess we. That's how they look at us too. Like that's how they look at it. NATO's like, well, shit. Where was y'all great spirit and y'all? You know what I'm saying? Y'all shit at. You know what I'm saying? And we kind of look at ourselves like we still have that. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? They look at us confused. Like we don't. They look at us like we don't still got our traditions and stuff. No, we still do everything the same. It's literally the same. It's like the same world. I hate to call it a world, but it's the same situation now. There's like this is Westworld, the show. Like everybody's back at like we're in this like it's not a simulation, but it kind of is though. It's like you're waking up to the fact like you might have been like asleep, and you're like, oh shit, I'm back in like, oh shit. You know, you wake up and you're like, oh shit. It's like the little experience again. Like each little time around, the show was about they created this whole little synthetic Westworld fucking robot dome shit, and then like rich niggas would come in and have a ball and like shoot all the horror, like you know they just do whatever, right? But it'd be this like remade cowboy experience of you know, after post invaded, you know what I mean, a bar and saloon, you know what I mean, it's a little cowboy town. So it'd be like, you know, one of the robot chicks was a prostitute, you know what I'm saying? But then these robots would be in the human world, like hooked up like on some Matrix shit, right? Like androids and shit. And it'd be charged up and turned off and stuff. But in this little like machine world, they were just there, right? So if they got destroyed, they would just like they would take the chip out and then go. They'd be like, there's like thousands of the one character ready to go. You know what I'm saying? But the memory of that chick, that character, even though she got a new robot body or whatever this time around in the little experiment, she started having all these flashbacks and shit of all the previous times, like some dude was beating her, or like whole bunch of random shit, but she would have these flashbacks of all these scenarios, and she wasn't the only one. And then she started remembering certain shit, and it was like this whole like AI. I don't know, it was weird, bro. But the whole thing was designed by like humans, and then it was getting too weird. But it was like all synthetic though. And this is a show called Westworld, like a bunch of robots, and then you got like humans programming them and putting them in these weird little like lab experiment psyops, just to do like just to sell an experience to some rich motherfucker billionaire sons or some shit. And then they want to have a certain experience. You know what I mean? So it'd be like the Chinaman or something. When they want to come here and have a certain experience in San Francisco, right? That's a whole like synthetic thought that was spawned off of hundreds of years ago when the actual Indians and natives, and then, bro, that show is deep, dude. That show is deep, dude, because they had a whole another chapter that I don't know if they're gonna make more shows. They probably shouldn't, because the next wave was gonna be like Native Americans and shit, or samurais, or it was like some whole, I don't know, some whole other shit. I want to say, but they was opening up. It was like the whole show was pretty much like an amusement park, right? And fucking niggas with money and shit would come in there, and fucking niggas with money in there would come to this little amusement park that was like built, and it was like all synthetic, like a whole synthetic West world with robots and shit and people in there, and like, and then the robots ended up waking up in the human world and fucking niggas up there in the actual lab and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then it got bad. Then it got to a point where the couple of the robots was like loose in the, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, bruh, it's just layers upon layers of like 50 Cent in the club music videos that everybody's like lost in. Alright, let me bite down. So yeah, just on a side note though, I want to get paid. You know, they gonna have to pay me for, you know, what I mean, RP Chief Pontiac. You know, maybe a whole bunch of shit, bro. Pontiacs, the Thunderbirds, Firebirds, whole bunch of shit. Fucking Porsches, Mustangs. The Moss, seen earlier. There was a Moss, the Navajo edition. I didn't even know that they made a Navajo edition. We got the Grand Cherokee. You know what I mean? The Jeep Cherokee, the Grand Cherokees and stuff. You got the military helicopters. They're called Apache helicopters. You got the Black Hawks. You know, those are Black Hawk helicopters. They made a movie about it, Black Hawk Down. Whole goddamn movie about Somalia, which was probably a whole native hobbyism, and they just took that energy and played it out over there. Or they was just telling a story about how they was doing some shit over there in Africa, and then they brought that energy and how they did it on the natives. You know what I'm saying? That's what that movie's about, really. That was a whole native hobbyism movie. Pause no homo. You got the jalapeno pepper. I'm saying, get some, you know what I mean? Heat is the killer of all illnesses. You know, you gotta balance it out, like not too much, but when you're trying to like flush out, get rid of shit, heat. You gotta have the heat. Or spicy shit, you know, like spice. The high, you know, they try to get to the highest point you could get, where you just get rid of everything, just flush it all out. You feel like that, you be like, woo, woo, to the point days, weeks, months later go by, you might start whooping in the streets because you didn't eat all day. You just like charged up off of just life, like woo. Energy carries over, so it's not about. That's what I realized, because I used to be like a fat fuck for real, like bad. So it's not about just like weighing yourself down and shit. Could have just been that time, that shift, but yeah, it's not about like weighing yourself down every day, every second. That's the thing, you know what I mean? That shit carries over each day, like. You know what I mean? You keep adding on, you keep adding on, you keep adding on, you keep adding on. That shit carry over. At some point, life look at you like, you stop paying attention. You know what I mean? So you gonna get what you deserve, type shit. You gonna reap what you sow. So a lot of people ain't grow like this is the real agricultural first. Like just you being knowing how to take care of your mind first. That will lead to you having a crop on the ground instead of you getting cropped out of somebody else's picture, somebody else's imagination, somebody else's goddamn Instagram catalog or whatever. Now you don't got a crop. You know what I'm saying? See how they're doing real crops, like real crops that was like good for everybody because now they got soybeans and shit. They don't even got like, you know what I'm saying? Used to be crops here, like fields of just crops. If anything, that's what that was. It wasn't so many people living out here west. Probably more croppage, you know, probably like the Mexicans. Before they were called Mexicans, like whoever was here, might have been like, I don't know, not Khalifas. Whatever natives were here, they was for sure growing, like, you know, tending to crops and stuff. Or the Mendocinos and shit like that. Or like Mendocinos. The Mendocinos. That was a goddamn, but yeah. You know, you want to have like some sweat, you know, on your nose.